Welcome to the Wrestle Story, where we discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and the trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW, and NXT, and every Friday after Smackdown. Hello, people. Hello, washable marker. Hello, Scott. After tonight's opening segment, I see WWE doing a piss on a pole match, where the winner gets to throw the piss on the loser. It's a WWE thing to do, clearly. I want to see them do a triple dog dare match where the pole is frozen and they have to stick their tongue to it. That would be cool.
I feel like I'm so far away.
You are so far away because I'm sitting next to you and not in the cheap seats where I get the nosebleeds back behind you.
That's not the case. I'm scooching forward a little bit because I feel like it looks weird.
Yes, it does look
weird. So I'm sitting here.
I wish they would bring back the grandmother for the match.
So, folks, why are you over so far? You're like, hey, God.
Because I'm going to take an elbow to the nose.
And I'm like,
backlash predictions tonight.
Yeah, we can do that because the show was kind of short, honestly.
We forgot about that, didn't we?
Well, and the show was kind of short, like, anyways. Like, there wasn't a whole lot that really happened on tonight's show.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't a sense of, like, you know, certain things were determined and certain things happened, but it wasn't, like, a lot of the segments were super long, so there weren't lots of tiny, small segments.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
The show was short like an Oompa Loompa. Yes, it was.
I think it makes sense, so.
Oompa Loompa doopity doo.
So. I'm going to open my bubbly, and then we can get started.
Alright. You were supposed to do that before we started.
No, but the last time I opened a drink before we got on stream, Mrs. G was like, why didn't you wait and open it on stream? And I was like, because I wanted a drink now. And so, there. Now it's in my WWE mug.
Yes.
With a straw. Because I really don't want to mess up my lipstick, so.
That'd be bad.
Here we are.
I don't want to mess up my lipstick either, which is why I don't, like, mess it up.
Dude, this is so weird. It looks so weird on the camera. I feel like I'm...
Dude, like, because I'm in the front row now!
Well, yeah, probably. So, anyways, let's just get into the show! I'm not in the two seats! Gonna splash that on Mr. G? I mean...
No chance! No chance.
You don't know the rest of the words.
No, I don't.
I don't know the rest of the words either.
I'll look them up and then I'll...
No chance!
Jeff Hardy pulled a heel move.
Got.
I thought it was cool.
No chance in hell.
Nothing like throwing pee on somebody.
Something like that. Or apple juice.
Not pee.
Because it looked a lot like apple juice.
Well, it's either apple juice or Jeff Hardy really needs to drink lots of water.
That's what you got! There. See, Observing Stuff knows the lyrics to everything. Observing Stuff seems to be the guy to go to when you need lyrics. He did that the other day, too, with the song you were singing.
Yeah. That's because he looks it up.
That's our lyrics, dude.
Yeah. Hello, James.
What is up, guys?
And hello, Observing Stuff.
So, let's get started. So, we start the show off with the Sheamus and Jeff Hardy contract signing. I listen to music often. So...
How you doing? Pee is now a thing. Well, I hope so, because I pee every day.
How can they get a result on that after he tossed it on poor Sheamus?
I don't think he needs a result because now Sheamus wants to fight him.
Okay, so earlier in the week, we were told... No, I didn't look it up. I like that song. Lol. So earlier in the week, we were told that we were getting a controversial... Controversial? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Controversial?
Controversial.
Controversial?
Yes.
I feel like everybody says it differently. Controversial. Controversial. Whatever. It's going to cause some controversy. That's what we're trying to say.
Hello, Jono.
So we were told earlier in the week, from the...
I love this segment.
That,
I thought it was cool.
I'll share my thoughts in a minute. Controversial.
I'm glad that we had the pronunciation of it.
Yeah, see, that's... Observing Stuff is the lyrics, dude. And the pronunciation.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what we got. It's like everybody has a job.
Verschal.
So, we were told we were getting a controversial segment, and I was like, lovely. So, I knew what they were doing because I read the article yesterday, because I was like...
What are they doing?
Exactly. I was like, so how's this going to go down? Because this is all pre-taped, right?
Instead of being surprised, you said...
No, I looked at it.
I'm going to watch this, or read this, so I can know what's
happening.
I
did. I read the thing, because I was like, what's it going to be? And so...
what's it going to be?
After I read it. I was like, I don't I don't like this.
I thought it was good.
And then they played it out tonight, and I still was sitting there going, I don't like this. Like, I just want this to be done.
Sheamus get pee thrown on him.
Just the thing about it, though, is just, okay. So, we're getting the contract signing. Sheamus comes out first, and he brings a doctor with him, and he has, a doctor. It's a dude in a white coat. It could have been any dude from the streets that they were just like, hey, I'll pay you $100 to come and pretend to be a doctor for me if you just wear this white coat.
I'm glad he found a doctor that, A, didn't have a mask on, B, is, apparently taking house calls. So, everything is good in the world.
So, we have this, and he brings the doctor and security with him, and then Jeff Hardy's told that he's got to do a urine test right here, right now. And so...
Not only did he have to do a urine test, but they had everything set up. They had a little thing for him to walk into, and...
Well, they did this with, what was it, Shawn Michaels and Vince? They did this a long time ago. This type of a segment before, yes. I think, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, though, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm just saying. But, whatever. I digress. So they had this whole thing set up, and, Jeff goes into the box. He does what he needs to do.
It was a Jeff in a box.
Sheamus is standing there.
So, Jeff, it was Jeff.
Sheamus is standing there going, all right, kids, while Jeff Hardy's doing that, this is your little PSA from Sheamus. Don't do drugs. Don't drink. Don't be stupid, like Jeff Hardy.
And make sure you stay hydrated because Jeff Hardy is not doing it.
So, Jeff Hardy then, does the urine test.
Fake. And Jeff hasn't peed in a week.
Okay, first, exactly. There was so much, liquid in the what is that thing called?
I call it a jar.
It's not a jar.
A pee test?
No, it wasn't. I mean, it might have been.
A pee test jar?
What are they called in science?
Flask?
No. It's not a flask.
Beaker?
Yeah, a beaker. That's what it is. In the beaker. There was so much liquid in the beaker. And I was like, dude, that's a lot of liquid. Have you, not peed for a week? And then, it was, bright yellow. And I was like,
this is the greatest podcast ever.
Jeez, Jeff Hardy's not drinking water either. Jeff Hardy's just got loads of troubles. And boy, oh boy,
John Helt was not apple juice.
So, it was 100% apple juice. You cannot tell me otherwise. If they had used something like lemonade and really watered it down, they might have been able to make me believe, but this is 100% apple juice, and I was like, this was
I think
cheesy.
It was 100% Jeff's pee.
This was cheesy, and I cannot wait for the feud to be over. It better be over this weekend.
Is YouTube blocking my comments?
No.
I see you typed right there. You said it's YouTube blocking my comments.
I don't think so. I think you're good.
Because I'm not even getting us anything
So after Jeff does the urine test, he's standing there and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's a rapid test, so you should be able to. We'll figure it out here in just a minute, and then I'll sign the contract." But only if it's negative. That's how I'm signing the contract, and that's my rules.
Well, that's weird. What did they block?
Which one? As soon as they said...
I don't know. Depends on what you're saying.
So,
call your buddy the chill section and see if you can pull it up on Twitter, or on Twitch.
You call him up.
That's probably it. YouTube, because we don't even see it, so we don't even see it come up on our end.
Scott, we're gonna get to that. Just hold on. We'll talk about the women.
It wasn't vulgar.
We'll talk about the women in just
talk to your buddy.
A minute. The chill section.
The chill section, and see if he'll type it for you.
Yeah. Basically, I was saying it looks like his kidneys are being tortured.
Something's being tortured.
So Jeff Hardy,
a lot of yellow pee.
He does the urine test or whatever, and they bring out the jar of apple juice.
In fact, it was brown.
They bring out the jar of apple juice, And then, chill section. Yeah, on Twitch, chill section. That's Observing Stuff's evil twin, or not so evil twin. I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, they don't even like each other. At this point, they might as well book who can piss the longest match.
I mean, they're related in some way. They may or may be
not
like...
going to be over until they have an Extreme Rules match. Yes, probably.
What the heck is a Twitch?
Twitch.
Scott.
Twitch, Scott. Twitch.tv.
/
We're on Twitch.
_Wrestle_Story, right?
Yes.
See? Yeah, go check it out.
In fact,
Go follow us. If you haven't already, you should go do it. I think we have a link somewhere in the thing.
Scrolling?
Somewhere in the thing, because it's not a scroll.
Huh?
It's not a scroll on here.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Well, that's stupid. Why didn't I set it up as
I don't know. So arch nemesis.
Yes,
got it.
Arch nemesis.
Arch nemesis. I see.
Bruce Pritchard.
Twitch is a mushroom reaction.
Bruce Pritchard said, "Damn Tool putting only one women's segment on the show," and no Dana, damn, I miss Becky. Yes, James.
We're gonna talk about it.
We know how you feel, James.
We're gonna talk about it. We're not necessarily about Becky, but we're gonna talk about just the fate of Raw and SmackDown in a bit. So, yeah, Jeff does the urine sample, and then he ends up throwing it in Sheamus' face, and Sheamus is all like, and then he like turns red because he's like freaking out, and Jeff just walks out, and so does the doctor. The doctor's like, I'm out of here.
You got pee on you, I'm leaving. That's gross.
So that was that. This was not good. I didn't like this. I think it was completely and utterly cheesy. And I cannot wait for this feud to be over, hopefully at Backlash, because if it isn't, I may have to rip out all of my hair. And yeah, I'm not looking forward to any more of this. I just want it to be over.
I thought this was good.
Like, Gallows and Anderson should have been the doctors. They should have, but they weren't.
Yeah, they're gone.
So, honestly, like, it's cheesy, and if they were trying to make it, Maven goes bald next week. If it wasn't so cheesy and it was more like Jeff Hardy being like, "Hey kids, don't be stupid, don't do the stuff I did," you know, I might like it more because it's almost like he's trying to get his point across. But it's like Sheamus is like, the way they played it out is it's like making fun of the whole thing, I feel, with Jeff, and like Sheamus is you know, messing with that and making fun of it and trying to, you know, stop Jeff from wrestling or whatever for whatever reason. And like, it's not funny. It's not really entertaining. At least to me it's not. And I'm just kind of over it.
I thought this was good. What was wrong with this?
Like, it was just cheesy.
Why?
Because it's not believable.
Why?
Because it's not.
It's not believable that he has to take a pee test?
Well, it's not. No, it didn't make me want to watch Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy Sunday. Really, it really didn't.
I want to see Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy.
Like, I'm just over it. Like I said, I feel like it's not funny. I feel like somebody backstage, probably Vince, thinks that this is hilarious.
I want Sheamus to come out and go, "Dude, you really need to drink more water."
And it was just...
And then hand him a bottle of water.
There was nothing, like, believable about this segment. It wasn't. I didn't think it was funny.
It's Bruce Pritchard's work. Yes, it is.
And so...
Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy is so 2008.
Except, it would have been good in 2008, and it's not good now.
It's brutal because they have to do that in real fighting sports, but I didn't like the liquids being thrown on someone. I did. I loved it.
Okay, but the issue I have with it, to, like, make it more believable...
That's right, Cody. If Jeff Hardy is cool with it, what's the problem? Here's the thing about it. I think that this... And I tweeted this out. I said this could be a good segment. It could be a good way to get out there that if you need help with alcohol or some sort of an addiction, that you need to get help. And so this was a way that Jeff Hardy, I think, feels comfortable enough to do this, and he's trying to show people that you can overcome... you know, whatever's going on, and so no matter what, even if you have people tempting you to try and do other, you know, go back to the ways of old, I think that this was a way for them to get that point across, and if he's willing to do it, then I don't see any issues with it.
I understand that, and I would be cool with it if that's what they were doing with it, but for me personally, I lose the entire message because it's so cheesy and so over the top and so ridiculous that, like, the message gets lost in translation, and it's not Jeff Hardy sitting there saying, don't do what I did. You know, don't be stupid. You know? And it's like Sheamus making fun of the entire thing and making a joke out of it.
What do you think happens in real life?
But I'm not talking about real life. I'm talking about this segment. And what I'm talking about is how...
I mean,
like, they could have made it...
Them,
if they could... I understand that.
Sit there
I understand that.
That do drugs, and they tell them, you know, they put them down, and they do all that stuff.
Okay, and I get that. But what I'm saying is I feel like they've made it so over the top and so cheesy, like, from the very beginning, and it just has not clicked for me. The entire message of don't be stupid, don't do drugs, don't excessively drink, it's completely lost in the goofiness of the entire thing. And that's why I don't like it. Because I think this could have been cool and could have worked and could have been a good message for people if it wasn't so, like, goofy.
Well, it's Jeff Hardy going, hey, you asked me to do something stupid, so here you are. There's my pee.
Like...
Now go test it off your lips.
But I don't find it funny, though. Like, it's not funny. If anything, it's just kind of like...
Well, if he just come out and peed in a cup, you would have went, well, that was dumb.
No, but it's the entire thing, though. It was how much liquid was in the thing, the color of the liquid in the thing. It was like, I can't take any of this seriously.
They could have made it more
like,
believable and things like
that. Are you kidding me? And that's what I'm sitting there saying
is like... If they just come out and said, hey, you need to pee in a cup, everybody went, okay,
it looks like a joke.
But
and
see,
so,
now you have people
how are you supposed to, like, take it seriously at all and listen to what the message is if it's all over the place and it's a joke? Like,
I heard the message.
I don't like this, and I just want this to be done, because if they did it a different way and they tried to get the message across in a more serious manner, it doesn't have to be, like, completely, like, serious, you know, but not all the goofiness on top of trying to get this message out, because I feel like the goofiness is just overpowering we're trying to tell people not to do this stuff. Well, you know?
The better part would have been the doctor going, hey, Jeff, buddy, you need to drink more water.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with Maven. They could have done it better. It was okay until that part. I don't know. I feel like it was kind of goofy, and the entire message of the entire thing was lost in translation.
Okay.
And I think they could have done it better to make it more serious and get people to understand, you know, the severity of it, you know. So after that, we had New Day versus Nakamura and Cesaro. This was a fine tag match. Mrs. G is not in the chat, but Mrs. G kind of went on a rant about Nakamura.
Yes, the doctor should have said that, Mr. Gleen. I would have liked that. That would have been realistic. Yeah, I mean, him throwing the pee on him, I didn't have an issue with.
See, actually, it's
Raw
not...
and Smackdown, yes.
Okay, when I say goofy, I think realistic would make more sense. In that, you know, the sense of making it more realistic with the amount of liquid they had in the cup, the color of the liquid, and then just like the entire thing. Like with that, I might have liked it better if they had switched a couple things around and made it look more realistic. Because looking at it, I'm like, oh, this is a joke.
Is it realistic for an opponent to come out and go, hey, I need you to do a pee test?
Okay, but it's not even about that. I'm just talking about the whole thing as the segment. It was just kind of goofy and not super realistic and, like, serious.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like it. So New Day, Nakamura, and Cesaro. It was a fine tag team match. He tested positive for apple juice.
Yes. And he didn't drink more water.
So, New Day, Nakamura, and Cesaro. This is a fine tag match, like I said. Mrs. G is not in the chat currently, but she went on a rant about Nakamura.
Yes, she did.
She was like, I don't understand why people like this guy so much. Like, he's not cool. He wears his stupid Elvis wannabe outfits, and he's got his greasy long black hair, and he, like, bends himself in half, like, with the rope and on the floor, and I don't understand it. And I'm like, but he was so good. They've ruined him on the main roster. And she's like, but, like, that doesn't even matter. He's just garbage. And I was like, yeah, I get that. Totally get that. But he could, whoa, Nakamura slander? Yeah, Mrs. G, she doesn't like Nakamura.
No.
Not at all.
She doesn't. She's not a Nakamura fan.
She doesn't like him at all. She's like, I don't get the hype behind him. I don't get it, man.
I think it's because of his goofy moves.
Probably. She doesn't like him at all, and it's hilarious watching her, like, yell about it. It's really funny. I like Nakamura. He makes up for his lack of English with his personality and skill. I agree. He knows more English than he acts. Yeah.
Why do you think Adam Cole said if he gets called up, he's going to quit WWE? Probably because he gets ruined. Everybody gets called up, gets ruined at the next level.
Probably. And honestly, I don't blame him. So, we now interrupt your program to give you the following message. Screw racism, screw Corona, and screw candy corn. Scott in here with just dropping facts, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I don't love candy corn. It's kind of gross.
No.
You don't like candy corn?
No.
See, the weird thing is, I don't like candy corn, but I do like the little pumpkins.
Yeah.
That are essentially the same thing as candy corns.
Thing.
But they taste a little
Peeps.
different.
Yeah, Peeps aren't any good either.
Peeps are gross too.
Yeah.
Yuck. Why does candy corn exist? See, the things we talk about in our chat, you know?
We're going to talk about that on our next video that we put up. Can't wait for July. My lawyer finally was settled with Progressive from my car accident back in March. I'm taking a vacation to the Performance Center. Well, James, you didn't invite us. What are you thinking?
Jelly beans are good.
You left us out, James.
I do like jelly beans. But they gotta be like Jelly Belly jelly beans. Because those are the good kind. They're like fruit flavored. I don't like black jelly beans. I used to only eat black jelly beans, and now I don't. Mike and Ike's are also good. I do like those.
Yeah, they're good.
So Cesaro and Nakamura won, so I'm assuming this probably means they're going to be in line for a tag team title opportunity, just because this is the way WWE operates, and so they pinned the New Day. Oh, and while we're talking about the New Day came out and they had bands around their arms.
Yes.
For like
hello, Mrs. Gleen.
Yo, what up?
She's in the house.
They had bands around their arms.
We talked about your favorite wrestler, Shinsuke Nakamura.
So Forgotten Sons didn't get their shot?
Forgotten
Sons are forgotten, bro.
Forgotten Sons, I think, have been forgotten and left out.
But the New Day, they had Breonna Taylor armbands, and they did
the
the Black Lives Matter fist. They
yes.
did that when they first came out, and I thought that was cool. I like the randomness.
Wonder if I will be able to get in. You'd be able to, James, if you would have invited us.
Yeah, I'm real close. I'm real close with Triple H. We're
we
buddies.
We could have just said, hey, we're the Wrestle Story, and we're here to, interview some wrestlers.
I'm real close with the...
and then oh, okay.
With some of the superstars that, they go there. They're some of my inside sources. I'm real... Like, I'm pretty tight with some of them. I think I'd be able to get it in.
Yep.
Through a window. Very quietly.
Yes.
You guys could shove me into the window and nobody would know I'd be in there.
No.
Not at all.
You fit right in.
I just blend right in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm just saying. I've got connections.
Yes.
So, we then have Otis and Tucker backstage. Tucker's back. Bro! Export! We're going to talk about that too, because... Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, because if I talk about it right now, we got to hold off. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. So, Otis and Tucker are backstage. Tucker's back. I don't know where Tucker went. I don't know if he had to, quarantine himself.
He was on vacation.
Or what the deal was, but he was not at shows for the last,
and it's
since
funny,
WrestleMania.
Now that Florida has, their highest, the most, positive cases over the last week, ever, and now everybody's coming back.
Did Mandy Rose disappear at the end when Otis and Corbin were fighting? We're also going to talk about that, because I got a couple questions there, too.
Yes. Forgotten Sons deserve a title shot at Maven. You're just jealous of them and Dana.
No, I'm not.
Forgotten Sons have been forgotten about, James.
I'm really
not. Because we're jealous of them.
No.
Because they've been forgotten about.
Because
Jackson Riker screwed that up.
Yeah.
I think Texas has the most cases now. Yeah, pretty close. Well, like new cases in the last couple weeks.
So...
Yes.
Hardy and Sheamus then show up during this backstage segment, and they're like fighting each other, and it's like great.
I used to work on with female in Fort Hood, based Sarah's cousin. She's Undertaker's wife, but a few times. Great guy. Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Oh, I see. Fire Dr. Fauci. I think Trump did, which is why we haven't seen him in weeks. So I don't think this is Dr. Fauci's fault. Just saying. But that's another story. Oh God, I just reported news. Is this what's going on? Right? Yes. When you get older, you report news.
So we then have the Intercontinental Championship video package. This was really cool. I like that they're making a big deal out of the Intercontinental Championship being a big deal. You know? So
wondering who talked about
this
in the last
video,
probably the last couple of months I've talked about like making their mid-card titles be important.
This video I thought was done really well. They showed, Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, who else was in there? A lot of different people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of different Intercontinental champions. Like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle.
Why wasn't AJ versus Bryan the main event? The 6-man tag was rubbish. Because it was too late for Bryan. He had to get home. And so they had to put it on earlier.
Sure about that? Should have shown Jericho and China.
Apparently you keep mentioning them. And Dana's okay. We forgive you. Thanks, James.
Should have shown Jericho and China. I thought China was in the video package.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe I missed it.
Jericho wasn't in it. But I thought China was. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know.
I don't care about Backlash.
John, it's not just you.
Here's the thing. It seems like the pay-per-views that we didn't care about have been some of the better ones they've had Just saying.
You're not wrong. I mean, kind of going into WrestleMania beforehand, we were kind of like, oh, this is going to be a rough show.
And now they've got the world's greatest match happening, so that's probably going to help out.
Oh, probably. I bet.
Backlash is actually Backlash.
So, we then get Bryan versus Styles. Oh, my gosh!
I'm shocked if you don't like it. I mean, something that we don't like, or something that we do like, sorry.
Oh, my gosh.
Because recently, it's kind of been, we've said, okay, these pay-per-views are going to be bad, and then they turn out not being too bad.
Guys, this match was epic.
Excellent match.
This was so good.
Yes.
And, it was just so good. And so good.
I believe it's going to be the world's greatest match of the ring stuff.
So, I don't. Wow, this was a really good match. These two guys, it was a lot of, back and forth, but it was, it was good. And it was good. Now we know why this match wasn't on the pay-per-view. Yeah, because if you, put this match on the pay-per-view, and then the Edge and Orton match is called your greatest wrestling match ever, yeah, that doesn't work. No. So,
a cinematic match.
I understand why they put this on SmackDown now. So, yes, this makes sense. Yeah. So, I love this.
I was reading that they're planning on putting the WWE.
Yes. Mr. Gleen, I don't believe that you believe that it will be the world's greatest match.
100% think it's going to be the world's greatest.
Edge versus Orton is going to carry insomnia someday. I thought the Bryan and Styles match was so good. It was done so very well.
And the reason it's going to be the greatest match ever is because Edge is going to come out and do this. Look like he's going to cry. And Randy's going to come out slow. And go, Edge.
Okay, no!
You know why I'm better than you.
I don't know what you just did. The finger poke of doom.
Yes.
Ah!
I was wiping tears from my eyes. He always looks like he's gonna cry when he comes.
You should make that face. You shouldn't make that face ever again.
Did I scare you, Jono? That's my Halloween face.
On the edge of my seat already. Yeah, guys.
See? Edge. See? You're already talking about Edge right there.
Edge.
Now you just throw Aunt Randy in there, and then you're talking about the greatest match ever.
Oh, you could change already to All Randy.
That should be a
thumbnail. You gotta switch a couple letters around.
Yeah.
And then it could be I'm on the edge of my seat.
In there and
All Randy.
Yeah.
Ha! Jokes. Word matches are boring.
That's because he comes out as Edge. I'm going to show you a thing or two about wrestling. After I think for 5 more minutes, we'll start the match. I have more stuff to say. And I will let you know what it is in 10 minutes.
Man, Orton matches are boring and Edge is overrated. Geez, Scott is here with the hot takes. So I feel like people use Randy in an old saying.
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, let's just pretend they did.
You can make one up.
I'd like to know what y'all think of WWE putting the WWE title on Charlotte.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Hey, James, go read my Patreon page, and you can find out what I think.
Charlotte.
Orton will probably deliver the greatest
5 belts
ever. Yes, for like an hour and a half.
So
we all know who is winning the championship.
Bryan and Styles. So we all know Brie Bella put up a picture the other day of the Intercontinental Championship and then deleted it, and everybody was like, "Great, Daniel Bryan's winning the match."
I even posted out to Twitter. I should have known better because I knew it was probably like a trick.
And then he didn't.
They just probably let
Styles won.
Yes.
And I was like, whoa. Honestly, I was happy with either one of these guys. I was happy with
See?
either one of these guys getting the Intercontinental title. AJ Styles, because he's never won it before.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
And
a little bit Randy.
With Daniel Bryan, I think it would have been cool for him to win the belt again because I believe...
Either Brie Bella or Natty ruined stuff.
I believe, I could be wrong though. The last time Daniel Bryan won the Intercontinental Championship, I'm pretty sure he had to relinquish it, like, the next night. He won it, I think it was WrestleMania 31. And, I'm gonna look it up though. But I'm pretty sure it was WrestleMania 31, and it was a ladder match, and it was really, really cool. And Daniel Bryan won, I think. I'm pretty sure there was a ladder match that Daniel Bryan won. And then he had to retire the next day. And it was announced, because the pay-per-view happened on Sunday, and then it was Monday, it was announced that he had to retire. And so he had to give up the Intercontinental Championship, I'm pretty sure. But we're going to look it up. Daniel Bryan. There. Search. Thanks. Daniel Bryan. I'm seeing if I'm right.
What?
First retirement. First retirement happened. That was that. Cool. Yeah, Bryan won the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match at WrestleMania 31. And then
Maybe you were like 10 then, LOL. Wrestling knowledge wizard.
Dude. Yes, here it is. He didn't retire it the next night. It was a couple nights after that. A couple months after that. A month after that, in April. I knew what I was talking about, though. But he had to retire. Says he was supposed to fight Bad News Barrett at Extreme Rules on April 26th. And then it was canceled because Bryan was medically unable to compete. And then less than a week later, WWE stopped advertising for Bryan to be on all live events and television tapings. And after a month off, Bryan returned on the May 11th episode of Raw to explain that after undergoing an MRI, he would be out for an unknown period of time and could possibly have to retire. So then he had to relinquish the Intercontinental Championship. I remember this. I'm a smart person, and that is the last time he held the Intercontinental Championship, and I was right. I shouldn't have second-guessed myself.
Yes. Don't second-guess
Bryan faced
yourself.
Ziggler the next night.
Yes.
Maven, you were like 10 then. Wrestling knowledge wizard. Yeah, it's really sad that I know this. I'm full of useless information that has to do with wrestling, and I remember that because when they announced that he had to retire, I was like, what? Like what? Like you would what? It killed me because I was a big Daniel Bryan
cried
fan.
almost as much.
I did not cry, you fool.
Oh yeah, she didn't cry.
But I was like, I couldn't believe this, and I told you, and you were like, whoa. I mean, at that time, you were like, you didn't pay that much attention, but you knew enough about it, and he had retired before.
I knew who people were.
And I was like, yeah, Daniel Bryan, he had to relinquish his title, and he's got to retire. And I was like, whoa, like, jeez.
It's like,
whoa.
Crazy.
So, yeah.
It was like the Bo Jackson having to retire.
Jeez, man. And that was WrestleMania 31. That was I thought that was a decent WrestleMania, actually. So, anyways, back to SmackDown. Now that I'm done with my useless wrestling knowledge.
Yeah.
Information, things that I know. Let's go back to the show.
Now that we got sidetracked, we're going back to the show.
I was trying to make sure I was right.
Back to the regularly scheduled program.
So I should never second guess myself ever again because I was right, and I knew I was right. I just didn't want to be looking stupid.
Yeah,
so.
I know the feeling.
So Styles won the match, and that was cool. And then we get a recap of the Braun, Miz, and Morrison shenanigans,
which was cool. Bigfoot pushed over the bus,
I didn't like this last week. I didn't like this.
I did.
And I still don't like
Bigfoot pushed over the van.
Just saying. But whatever. Then after this, we had the Bayley and Sasha. I can't say her name. Bayley and Sasha. Bayley and Sasha.
Yes.
Sasha.
It'd be easier if you said
Bayley and Sasha! Jeez, man.
Smackdown review rate 3.4 match of the night. Daniel Bryan versus Intercontinental Championship Tournament Finals. That was an awesome match. I would give it an 8.5.
Styles versus Riddle.
That could be interesting.
I think that might be the direction they're heading, in all honesty, because I think, like, what else are we doing with Riddle?
Yes.
Ooh, don't put him against Braun, because that would be stupid. Don't put him in a tag team. Have him go after the Intercontinental title. Let him win that, maybe, possibly. That'd be cool. I'd be fine with it.
This segment was terrible. I'm so sick of the Four Horsewomen having titles and getting opportunities.
Bayley and Sasha.
Versus Goldbat.
Sasha says, we told you we would win. And then they talk about the titles representing Bayley and Sasha's friendship. And then Bliss and Cross show up, and they're all like, yeah, we don't like you. And then the Iconics show up on the screen, and they're like, you should probably watch your backs, because Alexa and Nikki are going to attack you. And then Bayley and Sasha turn around, and then Alexa and Nikki are like, pow! And then they fall out of the ring. So that was fine. It was like, whatever. Epic. See, this was not that great. Like, I would love for them to just do the match. What are we gonna do with them?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. I have nothing against Sasha and Bayley.
I'll do it.
I feel like they just haven't gotten as much focus as another person who shall remain nameless. But I just feel like of the three that are left on shows at the moment, because one is particularly gone and is going to be out for a while, for approximately 9 months, possibly longer. I feel Bayley and Sasha have not been
I said she's stalking you, James.
I feel like they haven't been used as well as a certain other person on the roster. I mean, there's a lot of people on the roster that haven't really been used well, but when we sit here and talk about how this other, you know, these four women They're getting a lot of opportunities on TV. Let's just take a look at things, because one is getting more TV time than the rest of them.
Who?
And it's frustrating because it kind of just overshadows everything everybody else is doing. Because
I don't know what we're talking about.
You have this one person on certain shows, and like I said, she's going to remain nameless for the time being, because she's going to remain nameless. And so yeah, I feel like it's just it's hard to build a division when you have a certain somebody on every
that
show.
Was a rant without a rant.
On every show. So I'm just a certain somebody. I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. But I'm just letting you know that you can't get people over if you're only putting one person out there. Just so everybody's aware. As much as, Paige would like to think that this certain group of women shouldn't be pushed anymore. Yet we still want to push only one member.
The nameless girl is taking over all the territories like her pops.
Woo! It's just it doesn't work that way. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it doesn't work like that.
They got to Bianca Belair final main event. They got Morgan main event. They got Natalia fighting main event. Yes.
I mean, my point's just being proven further and further. That's the calmest rant I think anybody's ever seen.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying out the facts, and the facts are, this one person's on TV way too much. But I digress. So the Iconics are on the screen, and then Bliss and Cross attack Bayley and Sasha, and then that's just how the segment ends. Bayley and Sasha are retaining this weekend.
Yeah. Who?
And that's the way it's gonna go down. I enjoyed the calm rant.
It was pretty sweet, wasn't it?
I think I got my point across.
Yeah.
Without needing to say this said person's name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, after this calm rant, we got another not so calm rant, because I'm a little upset about this. Miz and Morrison had a new music video. A new music video that they were going to show us.
By the way, we are still working on our music video.
And we were ready, and I was ready, and I was sitting there on the edge of my seat, and I was so excited to watch this new music video of Miz and Morrison's, because I'm such a big fan, and Braun Strowman had to ruin it.
Yep.
Braun Strowman, you are no longer liked. You are no longer welcome on the Wrestle Story. You can just go away.
Because Braun Strowman's like watching the Wrestle Story.
Yes. He is no longer welcome. And yeah, so Braun Strowman, screw you, because you messed up Miz and Morrison's music video, and now I don't get to see it. And I'm a little bit upset.
James, because all they have her doing right now is
I'm a little bit upset.
Putting out stupid videos.
Okay, but Miz and Morrison's video, I didn't get to see it.
Hey, ho, ho.
No, it was
Miz
hey,
Morrison.
hey. That was the title of the video.
Oh.
Hey, in all caps and an exclamation point. Hey. Period. Boom.
Nah, she's not a wrestler. She just does videos.
So I was a little upset about that, and then we got a Matt Riddle video.
She's like a YouTube star.
And Matt Riddle was like, yo, I'm the bro.
Yeah, I'm the bro.
Boom. Throw my shoes off. It was epic. So we had that. Cool. Neat. We then have the main event, and I don't understand why this was the main event. I don't understand how this was the main event, and this was a dumb main event. Bryan Heavy Machinery versus Miz and Morrison and Dolph Ziggler. Corbin ends up showing up in the middle of the match, and they're backstage. And he is talking to Mandy, asking her about the crown. Last week, Otis took it, put it on his head. And that was that. So Otis ends up leaving the match to go back and help her. But Otis comes in, and then this, giant green flash of, light, just, and Mandy just, disappeared.
Yeah, John Albert.
Mandy just, disappeared, and I was like, Mandy didn't move off the screen, she didn't walk away, she just, poof, was gone. I was like...
And then we'll post it to our YouTube channel.
What kind of sorcery is this? Because Mandy just went poof, and she just disappeared. She was like, here, and then she was like, no, I'm not!
Dude, you almost fell out of your chair.
Exactly! That's pretty much what just happened. That's pretty much what happened. It was like, she just disappeared. Like, where did she go? But then she reappeared and showed up and came out there with Otis. It was like, where did you go? Like, huh? So she disappeared.
That's because Liv, they have no clue what they're doing with Liv.
So I don't even know what happened there, but it was funny. So then...
Where's the Fiend been? Or Bray Wyatt?
He just had a baby.
Well, he didn't. His wife did.
Well, his wife did, yeah, but he's probably, because she just had a baby, he's probably not going to be around for a bit because babies are susceptible to getting sick. It's just like Roman.
I guess.
And Roman just had, like, his wife just had twins, and so he's hanging at home because of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I don't know. I'm not expecting to see Bray anytime soon.
No. Wait, what? I thought Bray was with Sasha Banks.
No.
Bray is with his wife.
JoJo. Actually, I don't think they're married.
JoJo Siwa.
No. JoJo.
Just Joe.
JoJo.
Don't pass that rumor on.
The
Whoa, I just dropped my chair like 3 inches.
I love that. No, don't pass that rumor around. JoJo, the ring announcer, JoJo. She, they're together and stuff, so.
Yeah.
So that. Sasha's married to some costume dude, I think.
Yeah.
He worked at WWE for a time and made costumes for them, I think. I could be wrong, though. Maybe he just makes gear, like, independently. But, yeah.
She married the costume designer.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. He makes all of her gear.
I love this costume. Let's make it married.
So that's that. So Bryan had Machinery win, and, like, who cares?
Yeah. Kind of a weak, you know, they definitely should have the Bryan. And
I don't understand why this was the main event.
Definitely, it would have made it more, the show, I think the show would have been more impressive if they would have ended it that way.
You got that right.
But they kind of put the big show in the middle, and then, not literally the big show, like the big match. And then the ending was kind of crap. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, hacker. Did they just drop that off the face of the planet?
The hacker is gone.
Because
he last time himself out of the WWE.
The last time we saw the hacker was Money in the Bank, and that was in March.
Yeah.
Or April.
Yeah. Thanks,
and we haven't seen the hacker since.
If I was Bray, I wouldn't show my kids my matches until they get older. He's probably got all that stuff at home, so the kids already see it.
Probably.
Dad, why is there a head with a lantern on it?
Why is there a severed head on our table?
Yeah.
Because it's for work.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. So
that's how he lights up his house.
The hacker.
Every lamp has just the head, and they turn on lights with that.
What would have been really cool if what they did with that was every person that he beat.
Yeah.
If it
turned
into a head, you know?
Those kids will love horror movies. Yeah,
like,
definitely.
If after he beat Finn, if he came out and he had like a dead Finn Balor type of thing.
Probably wouldn't even scare him, those guys.
That would be really cool. Honestly, though.
Yeah.
It would have been really cool, and it would have added another, like, layer to the character that would have been super freaking sweet. So, like, the hacker, where did that, like, hacker go?
He's gone.
The hacker just, like, disappeared.
Yep.
Did we just dropped it off the face of the earth?
Yeah, pretty much.
Or what? Because I don't understand it.
He's gone.
I don't get it at all.
He's
not
gone.
At all.
He is definitely gone.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
He forgot his password. Maybe he's working with Anonymous.
He could be doing that too.
He's like, I got bigger, better jobs to do.
Yeah, I gotta do something else for right now.
I gotta go hack the president. So, like, I'll hack WWE later.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, maybe.
Mustafa Ali got fired or something. Yeah, well, there were some issues there.
He's out there speaking right now, talking about cops and how, because he was a cop.
Yeah.
Before he was a wrestler. And he's talking about how the system needs overhauled, and they're not, like, doing things to help people necessarily. And, you know, he's like an honest dude. He's like, he doesn't lie about things.
Yeah.
For, you know, gaining whatever he could gain from it. And so people should probably listen.
The hacker had to go work for the FBI for a little while. But he'll be back.
Or maybe they felt like because of everything that's happening, they were like, oh shoot, Anonymous is back. So maybe we shouldn't be making fun of hackers because Anonymous might come and hack our system.
I wouldn't make my gimmick pretending to be an Anonymous. Becky and Sis Baby already have a social media account. Yes.
Because there's some whack job fans out there.
Yeah.
And that would be why. That water was delicious.
They're calling it Beth's.
No, they're not. Nobody's calling it that. Only you. So, also, in other news, Bruce Pritchard, Paul Heyman, no more, Brock Lesnar. We got three things to talk about here. Nice WWE mug. Oh, thanks. I got this at like Scratch and Dent store. It was 99 cents, and I was like, we're buying this. That. So we bought it because
we didn't steal it.
We bought it.
We paid 99 cents for that. We weren't going to steal it.
Why was Heyman fired? That's a good question. So okay, first, I need everybody that's here in the chat to answer me this. Has or has not SmackDown sucked? That made no sense the way I said it. Tell me, everybody here, has SmackDown been good or bad as of the last months since they announced the whole thing?
Yes.
With people being in charge. Tell me, has SmackDown sucked? Has it been good? Has it been bad?
I think there's been one good show in the last.
So please, I need everybody to first answer me this before I go on. Tell me, has SmackDown been good over the last several months? Like, consistently good.
And flaming dog poo. AJ and Bryan has been good.
I agree. That was good. That was the one good segment on tonight's show. But it wasn't really a segment. It was a match.
I would say their best, the DeVille, the AJ and Bryan, which have all occurred within the last 3 or 4 weeks, those have been the best parts of the last 6 months for SmackDown.
SmackDown, since its move to Fox, has been dreadful.
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
So it's been about the last 8 months.
To, prove my point further, why do we think it's a good idea to put why do we think it's a good idea to put the sucky writer from SmackDown onto Raw, where things were actually decent? Does that make any sense to you? Does it make any sense to make both shows suck? Now, granted, Raw does have its moments sometimes when it is not great, but majority of the things that are on there as of late, since Heyman has been in charge, have been good. Heyman can come up with good ideas. Bruce Pritchard, that has not been the case. With the exception of about the Sonya Deville storyline, which he did not write, that was good. But everything else is not. And why do we think it's a good idea to send him to Raw to work on that show too when he can't write a good storyline for crap. So that makes no sense to me. And I don't understand the reasoning behind it. It makes no sense.
Heyman was a yes man too.
Okay, but I don't care.
Just saying.
Heyman knows how to come up with a decent storyline.
Well, he might, but I'm just saying that Heyman was a yes man too.
Okay.
If Vince said change it, they would change it.
But what I'm talking about is Heyman knows how to write a good storyline.
Dana is the best wrestler ever.
And Bruce Pritchard doesn't. I mean, let's just take a look at both shows, for instance. Raw has been tolerable, and we've been able to watch it. SmackDown has pretty much been crap. So why move the crap writer to Raw? Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah. Bad with a capital B, and the show's been bad without Paul Heyman. Good night, and bye-bye Raw and SmackDown. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do with it.
I'm not expecting good things because SmackDown sucks.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Backlash predictions. Jeff Hardy versus Sheamus.
Hardy has to win. If Hardy doesn't win,
Hardy wins.
Then.
One word. Vince is yes man. Bruce Pritchard. I'm telling you, Heyman was a yes man too.
Okay, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Heyman knows how to write a good storyline.
Hey, but I'm telling you, anybody that says it's a yes man thing, Heyman was a yes man too.
Okay, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
Sheamus
the fact
wouldn't make you mad.
that Paul Heyman knows how to write a good storyline. It's been proven Paul Heyman knows how to write a good storyline, and Bruce Pritchard doesn't. So expect Raw to suck.
We'll see what happens.
So that's what I'm getting from this entire situation, and I don't understand why we did it. We'll also talk about Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, with Paul Heyman being an on-air talent as soon as we're done with Backlash predictions.
Apollo Crews versus Andrade.
Apollo Crews has to win, because if Apollo Crews doesn't win, it's stupid to put the belt right back on Andrade.
Yes, I agree. Apollo Crews wins. Vince is still writing the show. Yeah, I don't think it makes any difference. The Hardy and Sheamus feud has disappointed me overall. Could have certainly been great, but they could have built it up better. That's the issue with it. I didn't like the way they started it.
Unless they want to prolong the feud, please, let's not.
I think
let's not.
The whole idea of how they started it, I didn't think was good. Let's see. The triple threat for the women's tag team title is Bayley, Sasha, Alexa, Nikki, and the Iconics. Bayley and Sasha win.
Yeah. Iconics beat up Bayley, Sasha, and Alexa on Monday, and Alexa beat up...
Because Charlotte Flair is going to take all 3 belts from those two.
No, that's not happening. But Bayley and Sasha.
Hardy versus Sheamus win at SummerSlam. Yes, probably.
Bayley, I think...
wins, Bliss and Cross win.
I think Bayley and Sasha are retaining the belts just because, it makes sense with the way they did stuff this week.
Hardy hit Sheamus with all his moves, and Sheamus jumped right back up. That made it more sour. Yeah, I agree.
I also wouldn't be shocked if the Iconics won the belts.
See, James is with me.
Because they just came back.
Because Charlotte's going to win all 3 belts.
No, it has nothing to do with what's her face
handicap
winning all 3
match
belts.
for the Universal Championship: Strowman versus The Miz and John Morrison. Strowman has to win.
I'm going to throw a twist in there and say Miz and Morrison do.
Okay.
To make Braun more of a joke, because why not?
Maybe this is how they set up the split between Miz and Morrison, because then they have to defend the title and they fight over that, and that's...
I think
Otis cashes in.
I think Miz and Morrison
that
win.
could happen too.
I think they can beat Braun, some way, somehow.
I think Banks and Bayley will lose the titles when they are ready to feud against each other. Yes.
Till that day comes, they're going to keep...
Charlotte
No.
beats them.
Till that day comes, they are going to keep those titles relevant. That's what's going to happen.
Well, just think about this. Who keeps putting the wedge between them?
I don't care if it's Charlotte Flair.
Yep, just saying.
I don't care. We're not doing that.
I started to think Sasha would be the face when they split up, but I think Bayley may. Yes. Sasha and Bayley may cheat to keep to keep their titles. Yep. Asuka versus Nia Jax.
If Asuka doesn't win, I'll be a bit upset. So it better be Asuka.
Asuka. Can't keep the titles relevant when there are 3 teams. That's why
Well,
Charlotte
if
is going
Bayley's
to
the
win all 3 titles.
Okay, but I don't care if they do that. That is a dumb move, and that's not going to make the titles any more relevant than it would be if they kept them on Bayley and Sasha. I'm sorry, it wouldn't.
Edge versus Orton.
So, you didn't even say who you're taking for Asuka and Nia.
Asuka.
Oh, well, good, because if it's anybody but Asuka and Nia wins the title, that's a big problem.
Edge versus Orton.
I could foresee somebody coming out and after Asuka wins, and like being like, "This is your next feud" or whatever, having it be Shayna maybe, because Shayna hasn't been on TV in a bit. So I could potentially see.
Seth heard me.
I could
Asuka.
potentially see. I could potentially see.
Braun wins.
Shayna coming out at the end of the Asuka match to mess with Asuka, or maybe Shayna's the reason Asuka. Well, I guess it'd be DQ, but I could foresee somebody coming out in the end.
Yeah.
No. Scott, no. No. We're not. No. We're not setting up Asuka versus Charlotte for SummerSlam. That is a dumb idea. No.
Beach Charlotte. Yep.
No.
Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley.
I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley.
I'm gonna take Drew.
Now, Bobby Lashley, this ties into the whole thing with Paul Heyman now being called an on-air talent. I think Lesnar's coming out at the end of this when Lashley wins, and it's going to set up Lashley and Lesnar for SummerSlam. That's what I think is going to happen.
Which is stupid.
I don't necessarily think it's stupid because it's a feud that people have wanted to see. And quite honestly, I don't like Brock. Don't get me wrong. I really don't like Brock. But it is a money feud that people have wanted for a long time, and it's putting Lashley in a spot that he should have been put in years ago. And it's finally giving the people that match. So I think it's going to be that because both are like big powerhouses.
2 damn years ago.
And I think it could be cool. So, but it sucks for Drew because, like...
Yeah, you wasted it.
What?
How's it going, Wake Librius?
You wasted what?
If they do that, then it's wasted.
The thing with Drew is, I love Drew, and I love that he's champion, and I love what they're doing with him, but I could foresee them doing this to get Brock Lesnar back on TV. Because with the fact that they were like, oh, Paul Heyman is now an on-air talent only, he's no longer working backstage, no longer doing that, then I think that's kind of a sign that that's the way that's working.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it's going to go down. It's Brock, because Heyman is now an on-air talent. That's the way it's going down. I mean, unless they're going in the direction of
I hope
Lashley versus Paul Heyman. I mean, that could be fun, but it's going to be Brock.
Yeah.
So does Lesnar get the WWE title again? Probably, because he probably is running low on his millions of dollars, and he needs another couple million, and so he needs to be put on TV for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Holding the WWE Championship.
Probably.
You know, he needs that, because he's running out of cash. So, he's probably due to come back. He's been gone for what, 2 months, 3 months? He's like, that's enough of a vacation for me. I need to come back, make some money, and then I'll leave again.
He did.
Give that million to Mr. G.
He was social distancing really well, though.
Oh, so Heyman isn't fired?
No.
Then it may be Brock's interference. I highly doubt Lesnar gets his title again, but if he does, it would be a short reign.
Yeah. I can't see Lesnar winning the title.
I could, because they're stupid. And they think he's a draw. So, it's kind of along the same lines as Charlotte Flair. Brock Lesnar and Charlotte Flair are pretty much the same person. So...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't...
I mean, except for the fact that Brock Lesnar leaves, you know, and takes the title with him, and Charlotte Flair is on TV way too much. So, I mean, that's where they differ just a little bit, but they're pretty much the same.
Well, Brock and Lashley can feud without having to be for the title.
Except, then people don't care about it. So, because they've wanted to see it for the WWE Championship.
Okay,
or, like, for belts.
Doesn't have to be.
And so, like, because why does Brock just want to fight Lashley? That doesn't make any sense. So it's got to be for something.
Unless Brock beats Charlotte for all the titles. So that could happen too.
Like, Drew, Brock's not coming back for just a nothing feud with Lashley. He's not doing that. Unless it's for the championship, there is no way he's doing it. So, it's going to be for the belt when it happens, if it happens. And I could foresee it happening for SummerSlam. That's what I think could go down. So then we have the main event. Well, it'll probably be the main event. The greatest wrestling match ever. Edge versus Orton.
Edge.
I just want this to be over.
Edge wins.
Edge has to win. If Edge doesn't, what was this all for? I don't understand
Edge has to win.
Like I don't know.
Edge wins.
Like there's no way around it. Edge has to win. If Edge doesn't win, so
so no former Shield members on the pay-per-view first time in forever. Nope.
MVP and Lashley versus Braun and Heyman. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool.
All right. I think that's it.
I think so.
If you want to go check out our Patreon page, I did type that up there. It went by so quick. I'll retype it.
Sorry. My bad. Sorry, I said that wrong. I meant MVP and Lashley versus Brock and Heyman would be awesome. Oh, man.
On our Patreon, I did post a article about Charlotte Flair. If you want to go check it out, you can. If not, no big deal. I said that wrong. I'm an MVP and Lashley versus Brock. Heyman would be awesome. Not that Heyman and MVP may have wrestle, but they would make the feud better. Yes. I agree. Heyman and MVP would be good.
Awesome promo potential.
Yes. Here's the question. What if Maya Lesnar signs with WWE? How will y'all feel about that? She's 4 years away, James.
I don't know.
She won't be coming until for 4 years. At least. Since she's going to Arizona State on a track scholarship.
I love that you know this information. I don't.
Yes.
I don't know anything.
I knew.
I don't follow sports outside of WWE.
She posted that this is my dad, and then someone said, "Man, he's social distancing," because he was like sitting by himself and nobody's around him.
I think I saw that, and somebody commented underneath of that, and they were like, "Geez, I mean, even if it wasn't like the COVID era, I would still stay away from him just because I don't really want to make him angry."
I don't be F5.
Man.
And she's going to Arizona State. She's like I think she's got a full ride scholarship to go. She's like one of the best shot putters in the nation. And so she's going to go to Arizona State and shot. Which is funny because I just saw Arizona State is now requiring this fall all students to wear masks because of the COVID outbreak that is happening in Arizona right now.
That's exciting. Seems exciting.
So there's no option there that they're saying you have to wear masks on campus.
Sweet.
So, anyway, do you see Edge and Randy Orton being a clean finish or not a clean finish? I would say it's probably not going to be a clean finish.
Well, then you can't call it the greatest wrestling match ever.
Well, you can lead up to it. I mean, just because it's
except, but then if you do something stupid in the end and it's a stupid finish, then it's not the greatest wrestling match ever. Like, it totally defeats the purpose of everything you just did.
If it's not the best match ever, then you can go, well, see, this is why it wasn't the best match ever, because it ended bad.
But it's not going to be the greatest wrestling match ever.
It ended with Christian hitting Edge with a 2x4.
It's not going to be the greatest wrestling match regardless.
So, anyway, we're going to take off. We'll be back on Monday. If you want to check out our Patreon page, look for more posts on our Patreon page because I plan on...
Wow, you talk so fast. Patreon page.
Check out our Patreon page. I plan on...
They can't even understand what you're saying. Go check out.
Plan on posting more on our Patreon page, whether it's videos or articles. I actually put up the article with talking about Charlotte Flair. So if you want to go check it out, go ahead. If not, no big deal. You won't be back on Sunday. Oh, yes, Sunday. I forgot. Sunday.
Well, are we coming back on Sunday, though? Because it's...
we might not be back Sunday.
Because it's my brother's birthday.
We have a birthday on Sunday, so we might not be back Sunday.
So we might not have a show on Sunday.
Yeah. So if we aren't here Sunday, make sure you go to, on the Twitter, observing stuff. If you get on Twitter, you can check out and know whether we go live or not. Yeah. And we will be posting information on Twitter to let you know whether we go live or not. So if we aren't on Sunday, we'll talk about it on Monday when we do our Raw show. I can't spell Twitter. You just did.
So
good job. So you learned. You learned fast because you couldn't spell it, and now you can. Again, if you want to check out our Patreon page, go ahead.
Are you doing something?
Yes.
Down here?
I'm going to be streaming over on on Twitch. Prove it. Wonder if I can copy this.
Oh,
it didn't let me copy. That's stupid.
Dang. You tried.
Anyway, we will be on. I'm going to play on Twitch. So, here in about 30 minutes, playing video games.
What's your account? What's your name?
Mr_Gleen.
Yeah, go check him out.
Yeah.
There's a cool dude.
If you want to.
You know.
Good night. Good night, James. You rock.
You should go check
we'll be
him
back
out.
Monday, probably, because I don't see Sunday. Sunday's probably not going to be going because of a birthday, so we will watch Backlash, though. We probably won't have a show.
Watching.
All right, you guys have a good one. Everyone stay safe. Everybody, peace out.
Peace, guys.